Hi and welcome to today's practice. For today's class, I recommend having one or maybe even two blocks near your mat, and you can just come into a seated position for now. I'm currently sitting on a cushion, so if you'd like to grab a cushion, you can as well. And we'll just take our hands somewhere onto our legs or into our lap, roll back your shoulders, close down your eyes, just starting to settle into our position here today. So breathing in through the nose, creating space for the lungs by moving our tummy forward and outwards and just creating that sense of expansion. And then on the exhalation, we let go. Let go of our breath, let go of the muscles, relax downwards to the ground. Feel our sit bones underneath us, feel our feet on our mat, feel our hands on our legs or in our lap. Breathing in and letting that breath go. Just taking a couple more breaths here in order to fully arrive on the mat, fully settle, focusing on our breath, forming that deeper connection with it, forming that deeper connection and sense of the different parts of the body. So when we form these connections at this early stage, we'll bring that into our practice. And this creates a much more mindful practice, much more present practice, where we concentrate on where our feet are positioned, where our hands are placed, noticing each part of us as we move through our poses and transitions. So maybe just setting an intention today for presence, using our breath to help us stay there. Refocusing every time we lose focus on what we're doing in each moment. So the intention for presence always. And if there's another intention that you'd like to bring forward into your practice today, just thinking of it now. So I always like to think of how I'd like to feel during a practice or my reason for being there. The intention is the why behind why we're here practicing today. So just thinking of that, why. And then bringing your palms together in front of your heart space. A symbol of gratitude and appreciation for yourself, for your mat and your props, for the space you get to practice in, for the practice of yoga and the teachers that have passed it down to us so we can share this practice and experience together today. Start to blink your eyes open. Raise your gaze. Thank you for joining me. Let's begin with our hands on our legs. Lifting your head up towards the sky and then continuing one circular motion on your exhale. Inhale, rolling the head up and around. Exhale, down and around. Just doing two more. And then wherever you are in your circle, starting to roll in the opposite direction. Coming back to center with your head, bring yourself onto your hands and knees. Move your cushion to the side if you're using one. And then just taking your knees out wide to the edges of your mat, toes together, push your hips down towards your heels, find a child's pose. So perhaps your forehead finds the mat, your chin might find the mat, maybe your forehead is on your block. So breathing here, feeling the weight of your body move towards the ground. Allow your tummy to move towards the floor as you breathe in. Feel your breath along your back body and then exhale, let the breath go. So anytime you want to come into child's pose, please do. This is a restorative posture. If it doesn't feel comfortable, take tabletop or maybe you lie down on your front. But child's pose is always here for you for whatever reason you may need. So we listen to our body. We take a pose or a modification or a variation of a pose that suits us in that moment. Doesn't matter what happened yesterday or in last week's practice. We're meeting ourselves where we are. And this is one thing that I always remind myself of at the beginning or even throughout a practice. Meet yourself where you are today. And in this way, we can really learn to form deeper connections with that, with our gut feelings, our intuition, what our body is telling us at a given time, that we're listening. And we're strengthening that muscle. So we prevent injuries in that way. And we can learn to observe the body in a new light. So start to push your way back up. We'll come onto our hands and knees. into tabletop position, and then lift your right hand to the sky, inhaling here. Exhale, thread the needle, drop your right shoulder down, drop your right cheek down. You can stay here with your left hand, just gently pushing into it to create a twisting sensation through the spine. Perhaps you take your left arm forward or bringing it behind the back, looking for the top of your right leg. And we look for our drishti on our right thumb here. We can stay like this with both knees on the ground. Or we're starting to straighten into the left leg. Option to bring your left hand back in front of your forehead if you feel a little bit unsteady. And then left leg lifts off the ground. Keep the lifted leg nice and strong, either pointed toes or flexed foot. Keep looking for your drishti. Push and lift up out of that right hip as well by pressing your right knee into the ground. Everything is engaged, working together to help us stay in this balance. And then left knee finds the floor. Right hand comes onto the ground again, tabletop. Maybe you move your shoulders. And then left hand sweeps to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, thread the needle on this side. Maybe right hand stays here, or you take another one of the variations that we practiced. Or you'd like to try on this side. And then, once again, think about your twist first. So turn your chest up towards the sky. Keep your chin in towards your chest. Maybe we start to lengthen into that right leg. And we can stay here with the toes on the floor. You start to lift the right leg off the ground nice and slowly. Keep looking at one point that isn't moving. Press and lift up out of that left hip. Stay with your breath. If you come out of it, just come back into it. It's all good. And then right knee finds the ground. Tabletop position once again. Move your shoulders. Tuck your toes, lifting up, downward facing dog, looking back towards the toes, pedaling out the legs. Push your palms forward, press your mat away, maybe you move into your hips, maybe you nod your head yes or shake it no. And then coming right up onto your tippy toes, look forward, walk, step or jump to the top of your mat. Find a half lift once you arrive, straight spine, push your hips back. And then exhale, fold forward over your legs. Drop your head down. Inhale, lift your hands. Exhale, hands to heart or alongside your hips. Let's do one round of Surya Namaskar A. So inhale, hands lift, straight spine, lengthen up. Exhale, fold forward over the legs. Inhale for your half lift. Exhale for plank. Coming down all the way or halfway to the floor. Untuck your toes. Inhale for your back bend. Cobra, baby cobra, extended cobra or upward facing dog. And then exhaling for downward dog. Well done. 3 breaths here. Bend your knees, push your hips away from your hands. Find length through the spine. And then start to walk your hands towards the back of your mat. Find this ragdoll, so holding on to opposite elbows perhaps, or just allowing your hands to dangle towards the ground. Maybe you sway your upper body from side to side. We're going to step the right foot behind the back of the left heel and then over towards the left side of our left foot. Take a breath in to lift up halfway. And then exhale, bend your knees, fold forward over the legs. Relax your head. Option to have your hands on the ground or hands on your legs. We'll take one more breath here. Maybe you move your hips from side to side. And then we're going to come into a cross-legged seated position. So bringing your bum down towards the floor. Left hand finds the floor. Inhale, right hand to the sky. And then exhale, leaning over towards the left side. So bending through that left elbow, pull your right shoulder back. Perhaps you turn your head to look up towards the ceiling. Inhale, back up to the sky. Right hand comes down, left hand comes up, and then exhale, turn towards the right. So you're side bending, leaning towards the right side. Lengthening and lifting out of your left arm, pull your left shoulder back. Inhale, coming back up. Extend your right leg, keep your left knee bent with the left foot in towards that inner right thigh, Janu Sirsasana. So both hands come on either side of that right leg. Inhale, lifting up through your heart center. Exhale, find a gentle fold over your right leg. So chin tucks in, heart space leads the way. Push your hips down and back. Maybe your hands stay on the ground, or you might like to take them onto your extended leg somewhere. We'll take one more breath here. Walk your hands back towards you. Turn to face the left knee and then continue with your hands towards the back of your mat, all 10 fingers facing towards the back. Come on to the left knee with your right leg extended. And then we'll start to lift our right leg off the ground. So here we find a drishti. Coming on to the fingertips of your left hand, walk the left arm forward. Inhale, take your left hand off the ground. Exhale, knee to elbow. Keep looking at that focal point, your drishti. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, knee to elbow. Grip the mat with your right fingers. One more time. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Bend your right knee with your foot in the air. Reach back towards it with that left hand. Maybe we stay here reaching back. Maybe we hold on to the foot. See if we can bring the right heel towards the back of the right leg first. So a little bit of this opening sensation through the right hip. And then extend it away from you. So opening up through your left shoulder, across your chest. Tummy drops down, heart space comes forward. Keep pressing your foot into your hand. And then release the foot. Keep your right leg extended and lifted. Left hand finds the floor. Option to drop your right knee to the ground at this point, or tuck the back toes and come up into a 3-legged dog. If you've dropped your knees towards the ground, you're coming into a 2-legged dog. And then the right foot finds the floor into downward facing dog. Feel free to pedal out the legs. Press your mat forward, away from your feet. From here, starting to walk your hands towards the back of your mat, or towards the feet, I should say, towards the front of your mat, actually. And then finding that ragdoll at the back of your mat again. So maybe we sway from side to side here. Maybe you cross your arms. This time the left foot is going to come back behind the right heel and then over towards the outside of that right foot. Inhale, lifting up halfway. And then exhale, bend your knees as you fold forward. Drop your head. So a little bit of an unusual sensation through the hamstrings. You can move your hips from side to side. You can nod your head, yes. See if we can press the right big toes into the mat or both big toes into the mat. And then keeping the feet as they are, sitting down into your cross-legged seated position. So crossing the legs in the opposite way to which we had the last time. This time, the right hand is going to come towards the ground. Inhale, lifting the left. Exhale, lean right. Pull your left shoulder back, looking up towards the sky. Inhale, come back to center. Right hand comes up, and then exhale, lean left. Inhale, coming back up. Lengthen through your left leg. Keep your right knee bent. Janu Sirsasana on this side, hand to knee pose. Frame your leg with your hands. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, fold forward. Heart space, move towards the toes. Exhale to fold. Well done. Press your left heel into the ground. Press your sit bones into the ground. From here, we'll start to walk our hands back towards us. Turn your chest towards the bent knee. Bring your hands to face the front of your mat this time, coming onto that right knee with your left leg extended. Lift the left leg off the ground. This time, right fingertips on the floor. Look for that drishti. Walk your hands forward. And then inhale, right hand lifts. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale to elbow. Well done. Inhale, extend. Last time. Exhale to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend your knee, reach back with that right hand. Maybe we hold on to the foot. Maybe we reach back towards it. Press your heel into the back of your leg first. And then start to press your foot into your hand away from the body and up towards the sky. Tummy drops down, heart space comes forward, tiger pose. Lift up out of that right hip by pressing your right knee into the ground. And then release your foot with your hand. Extend your left leg. Right hand finds the floor. Tuck your back toes. Three-legged dog, or drop your left knee down to the ground and find downward facing dog. So push and lift up. Breathe in. Exhale, drop your left foot if you had it lifted. Downward facing dog. Well done. Find your breath. Bring your feet together. Inhale as we lift the right leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, right leg presses up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Look forward. Step your right foot forward. Keep your hands on the ground, framing your right foot. So this is where, if you'd like to take your blocks, just placing them on either side of the right leg. Heart space comes forward as you drop your hips down, and then exhale, drop your hips down a little bit more. Well done. We'll take 2 more breaths here. Last one. Turn your left toes out towards the left, side angle pose. So you can keep your right hand on your block or on the floor, or you can bring your forearm to the top of that right knee, and then left arm sweeps over the left ear. Drop down through the hips, pull your left shoulder back, look underneath the left arm. We'll start to lift our left hand up towards the sky, extend through the right leg. Maybe the right hand stays on the block, or you're bringing your right hand onto your shin, your right foot, or your right big toe for Trikonasana. So find a position for that right hand that feels good. And this is all about our left side body. So every time we exhale, we might feel like we can bring our right hand down the right leg a little bit more. Press through the feet. Push your hips towards the left side of your mat. And then take your left hand onto your hip. Look towards your right big toe. Take your hand in your block, or we're taking the hand towards the ground for half moon pose. So start to just hop the left foot slightly further forward. We're going to take our hand or our block in line with this right baby toe, and then starting to lift the left leg off the ground. Turn your hips, your chest towards the left side of your mat. Find a drishti up towards that left corner of your mat, diagonal to that. And then either flexing the toes of the left foot or pointing them. You can reach your left hand towards the sky. Find your balance here. Option to stay here in half moon pose, or start to bend your left knee, and just like with tiger pose, we're reaching back with the left hand. Maybe we find the foot. If you've got your foot in your hand, you're pressing your hips away over towards the left side of your mat. If it's tricky to find the left foot by bending into it and reaching back, you can also take the knee underneath the chest, underneath the body first. Hold on to the foot and stay there, or start to open out the hip again. And then taking one more breath in on our exhale, we'll step the left foot towards the back of our mat. Frame your foot with your hands, step back into your plank, breathing in. Exhale, travel down through Chaturanga Dandasana or all the way to the floor. Inhaling for your back bend, and then exhale for downward facing dog. Bringing the feet together. One more breath here. Left leg to the sky, breathing in. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Blow the knee a kiss or kiss it. Mwah! Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Look forward. Step your left foot forward. Keep your hands there or find your blocks. Breathing in, lifting your heart space forward. Breathing out, dropping through the hips. 2 more breaths like this. Press strongly through the feet. We'll start to turn our right toes out, find our side angle pose. Right hand turns up towards the sky, and then maybe we bring it overhead. Drop through the hips. So one straight line between our right fingertips and our right foot. Press the right foot heavily into the ground. And then transitioning into Trikonasana, triangle pose, right hand comes to the sky, straightening through the left leg. You can keep your left arm on the floor or bring it somewhere onto that left leg. Press your hips over towards the right side of your mat this time, looking up towards the right thumb. And then right hand, right hip, bend into your left knee. Step your right foot forward. Take your hand onto the ground or onto your block for your half moon pose. Find your drishti over towards the top right corner of your mat this time. Turn your hips, your heart space, your tummy, everything towards the right side of your mat. And then option to stay here with the right leg lifted and straight in half moon pose, or bend the right knee, reach back with the right hand. Maybe we find the foot, or use that trick we used the last time by bringing the knee under the body. If you've got your foot in your hand, press the foot into the hand away from you and open up into the top of the right leg a little bit more. Once again, press and lift up out of your left hip. Pull your right shoulder back. And then we'll start to release the foot if you had it in your hand. Step it to the back of your mat. Frame your foot with your two hands. Step back into plank, breathing in. On the exhale, we lower down. Untuck your toes, take your back bend. Exhaling for downward dog. From downward dog, look forward. Inhale, walk, step or jump to the top of your mat. Come to lift up halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise. Take your hands up to the sky. And then exhale, hands to your heart center. We'll keep them there. Come onto the tippy toes of your left foot. Find a drishti. Take your left knee towards your chest, breathing in. And then exhale, opening the knee out. Come into tree pose. So the left foot finds somewhere on the right leg, either towards your ankle with the toes on the ground, or your calf, or up towards the thigh using the help of your left hand to get there. So look for a drishti on the wall in front of you or on the floor in front of you, and then option to take your hands overhead, breathing in. If you wish to take a side bend, left hand comes down towards that left knee with the palm up towards the sky, inviting energy in. And then we lean over towards that left knee. Pull the right shoulder back. Inhale for tree. Exhale for warrior three. Lean forward with the upper body. Maybe the arms are overhead. Maybe they're in your heart center. Left leg is somewhere in line with the hands, or you can drop the toes down closer to the ground. We'll take 2 more breaths here. So looking underneath the nose this time for our drishti there. Take a breath in. On your exhale, step your left foot to the back of your mat and then drop your left knee down to the ground. Inhale here, hands to the sky. Exhale, hands frame your right foot. Inhale, heart space forward. Exhale, send your hips back. Maybe the toes come off the ground. Inhale, bend your right knee. Move forward into your low lunge. Exhale, press back. Lengthen through that right leg for a half split. Inhale, bend your knee. Exhale, lengthen the leg. One more time. Inhale, bent knee. Exhale, straighten the leg. This time we'll stay here. Press through that right heel, press through that left knee. Maybe our hands come off the ground. You can take them back towards the hips. So our heart space is coming towards the right toes with every inhale that we take. And our tummy comes down towards that right thigh. One more breath like this. Hands frame the right foot again. Inhale for our low lunge. And then tuck your back toes. Exhale for plank. Travel down through your vinyasa. Untuck your toes. Inhale for your back bend. And then exhale for downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Look forward, inhale, walk, step or jump to the top of your mat. Half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale, hands to heart center, keeping them there. So this time, balancing into the left foot. Right knee comes to the sky, breathing in. Exhale, opening the knee, come into your tree pose. So take the variation that you like or would like to try on this side. And we'll stay here. Press and lift up out of that left hip. So you're pressing your left foot down to the ground in order to find that length up through the whole body towards the top of your head. If you liked it on the last side, take your side bend, hands reach overhead, breathing in. Exhale, right hand drops to the right knee, lean over towards the right side. So you can use your right hand on your right knee to help rotate your heart space slightly towards the left side of your mat as you continue to lean right. And then inhale, coming back up, hands overhead, breathing in. Exhale for warrior 3. Send your right leg back. Lean forward with the upper body. Maybe your hands stay overhead or you bring them towards your heart center. You can keep the right toes pointed or flex the right foot. Lift up out of that left hip. Well done. 2 more breaths like this. Take a breath in. On your exhale, send your right foot to the back of your mat. Drop your right knee down. Inhale here. Exhale, take your hands to frame your left foot. Inhale, heart space forward. Exhale, hips come back, straightening into your left leg. Toes maybe reach towards the sky. Inhale, bend the left knee, low lunge. Exhale to straighten the leg. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale to straighten. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale for half split. Press through that left heel, press through that right knee. Maybe your hands come off the ground, reach back towards the hips. Heart space leading the way on our breath in. Tummy and rib cage coming down on our breath out. Shoulders pull back. Bring your hands back to the ground next to your left foot. Inhale, come forward to low lunge. And then exhale for plank. Move through your vinyasa. With your breath, inhaling, opening up through your heart center. And then exhale for downward facing dog. Take your knees down to the ground. Come to stand up on your knees. And then take your hands onto your lower back area with the fingers pointing downwards. You can have a little bit of space between the knees. Inhale, push your hips forward, pull your shoulders back, and then exhale back to neutral. Inhale for camel. Exhale once again, neutral spine. We'll do that one more time. Inhale for camel. Option to stay here with your hands on your back, or one at a time, your hands find your heels. Lift your heart space up to the sky, your shoulders pull back. You can keep your chin towards your chest, or you can look behind you. Just create a double chin for yourself first by pulling your chin in towards your neck and then drop it back. And then let's come out of it. One hand finds the back, followed by the other, lifting back up. Toes together, bum towards your heels, round your spine. Drop your chin towards your chest. Maybe move your hands towards the knees. And then we'll come into our cat back, so tabletop position with our rounded spine. You can move forward and backwards or move your hips from side to side. And then we'll cross our legs or move both feet towards one side and roll onto our bums. Taking your feet out in front of you. Maybe take a cushion underneath your sit bones as we begin to come into Paschimottanasana, our forward fold. So toes up towards the sky, hands framing your legs. Inhale, lift your heart space. Exhale, fold forward. Maybe hands are on the floor, maybe hands are on your legs, your ankles, your big toes, the sides of your feet. You might like to take a block here as well, or hold on to your wrist. So our heart space comes towards the toes on our inhale. And then tummy comes down, rib cage comes down on our exhale. We relax into it. We allow our back body to adjust as we fold forward. You can have a bend in your knees as well. Relax your shoulders. Close down the eyes if that feels nice. And then starting to come out of it, walk your hands back towards you. Bring the feet together, toes towards the front of our mat. Drop your knees towards the ground. Take your hands onto your shins or onto your toes or even onto the ground. And then inhale, lifting up. On the exhale, slowly lower down. Tummy, heart space comes forward. Press your feet into each other. With the strength of your knees, you can bring them towards the ground as well. Starting to cool down the body. One more time. Walk your hands back towards you. Remove your cushion if you're sitting on one. Bring your knees together and then start to roll back onto your backs. So knees in towards your chest, rock from side to side. Take your knees towards your armpits for happy baby pose. Maybe your hands are on the backs of your thighs. Maybe they come up towards your ankles or the sides of your feet. And feel free to massage into your back body. Closing down the eyes. Option to stay here in our happy baby pose or maybe coming into your plow pose. So you can come into halasana, plow pose, with your feet on your hands. So you'll bring the knees together, bring your legs overhead until the toes find the floor, or from happy baby, release the feet, bring your hands next to your hips, push through the hands, bring your knees towards your forehead, and then bringing the feet back behind you. So you can hold on to your lower back. It doesn't matter if your feet aren't touching the floor behind you. If the feet aren't touching the floor, once you lift into it, bring your hands to support the back. So you have something supporting yourself. More than just your shoulders, more than just the back of your neck and your head. And then, very important to just keep looking up towards the sky with your eyes, with your head. And we'll stay here. Lifting up through the hips a little bit more, press your shoulders into the ground, maybe walk your elbows a little bit closer together. And then slowly rolling out of it. Drop your left leg to the ground, keep your right knee into your chest, inhaling here. Right hand finds the floor next to you and then guide your right knee across the body towards the left side of your mat. Feel free to look over your right shoulder or up towards the sky. And then allowing yourself to adjust into this twist. So slow breaths in. Long breaths out. Let's go for it on our other side. Inhale back to center. Straighten your right leg. Keep your left knee bent. Bring your left arm to the side. And then on our exhale, we'll guide the knee across the body towards the right side of our mat this time. Perhaps you look over your left shoulder this time. And then we'll come out of it, both knees towards our chest, lifting our head up to the knees. Kiss the knees or blow the knees a kiss. And then coming into Shavasana. Bring your legs down to the ground. You can have a bend in your knees or keep your legs straight. Take a blanket over your body if you'd like to. Create space between your legs. Relax your shoulders, relax your arms. And there's nothing left for you to do. So embracing this rest before we go on into the rest of our day. Taking your time to slow down completely. Take your time to focus solely on your breath as you integrate the process of our practice today. Allow all our learnings and our teachings to be absorbed. Sending a thank you to your body for everything that it does for you. You can stay here for as long as you like, or pause the video, or pause the class. I recommend pausing the class if you'd like to stay in Shavasana for 3 to 5 minutes. And then starting to move your toes, bring length through the spine. By straightening your arms over your ears, over your head, point the toes. And then starting to bend your knees, roll over onto your side, curling up into your ball. Staying here, give yourself a hug. Kiss your shoulder perhaps, kiss your hand. And then we'll push our way up into our seated position. Take your hands in front of your heart center, breathing in. Exhale, lower your head down as a symbol of gratitude and appreciation and thanks. And then when you feel ready, blinking your eyes open. Thank you so much for joining me in today's flow. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you feel a little bit better and are ready to start the day or end the day, depending on what time it is for you when you're practicing. Have a brilliant one, and I'll see you in our next practice together. Thank you.